This is Super Diva.
It's Mike the Socialite.
Broadcasting to you live from Philadelphia.
Mount Airy, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year! Woo!
2013.
Yes, what did you do this New Year? I had a freaking blast. I had fun. I went out. Yes, I was sitting out there with these freaking daggone people. We were counting down. It was crazy as hell. We were blowing freaking whistles and all this kazoos and drinking champagne before 12 o'clock.
Oh, gosh. We was, too. I was over Jess' house.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
We were tore on strawberry daiquiris.
Oh, my gosh.
In the blender right there.
Ciroc. Shots.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that was the freaking anthem for freaking New Year's.
It
Shot,
really was.
Shot.
I really had a ball this New Year's. I loved it.
Yes.
I was tore up. I didn't spend it with you, though. We usually spend our New Year's together.
Don't we? I know.
We didn't this New Year's. We definitely will for the next one for you guys. Mm-hmm. Well, for us, though.
Yes, definitely.
So put in the comment box what y'all do this New Year's. How'd y'all celebrate it? Did y'all have fun? And what's your New Year's resolution?
Yes.
My New Year's resolution, I definitely want to make sure I work out 3 times a week.
Yes, my New Year's resolution, I have to freaking work out 5 times a week because
Wow.
I have to freaking daggone lose freaking weight. That is the #1 resolution, and this year I fall underneath that freaking category, so I have to exercise 5 times a week, guys.
Oh, okay. No, that's right. So what we got going on, T?
Well, we were watching Love&Hiphop.
Oh, the reality TV recap.
Yes.
There's a whole new season going on now, guys. It started on your birthday.
Yes, January 7th.
It started on January 7th. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Yes. So it's a new cast. They decided to do Love&Hiphop and take it back to New York, which turned out to be kind of good. Now, the whole cast breakdown is, we got our girl Yandy back.
Yes, I love Yandy.
Love Yandy. Yandy, some girl named Tahiri, which is Joe Budden's ex-girlfriend, 4 years ago. Jen, Joe Budden, of course, he's on the lineup. Erica Mena, Rashida Ali, and Winter. Mm-hmm. Now, there's only like 3 situations really going on in this entire show, which is kind of strange of how the cast is, though, because most of the cast is all related to Tahiri and Joe Budden.
Right.
It's like everybody is Joe Budden and Tahiri's friend, which is completely, this whole situation with them is completely ratchet. I kind of think it might be maybe brought on or maybe coaxed by the producers because, first of all, Joe Budden, he looks a mess.
Yeah, he's definitely freaking ratchet. What is with the freaking daggone black ink and the grayness going down here and the bald head? He looks a little bit
it's like an eyebrow pencil all
a
up
sex
in
offender.
Here. So what I did for you guys is, since we're doing the reality recap, I'm going to sport my Joe Budden beard. And we're also going to touch bases on this new show, which is really, really ratchet and all that, too. It's Black Ink.
Yes, I love this show.
Gallery.
Like, so far, it's been, like, really good. I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. The girl got beat up on the first episode. I'm like, okay.
Ridiculous. But back to Love&Hiphop.
Yeah.
So, in the situation one, it starts out with our girl Yandy.
Yandy.
She's pregnant. She starts out preggers. And, like an hour later, she has this baby.
Right.
But she's pregnant by her long-term boyfriend that she had been dating and she had to spend more time with. His name is Mandesis. Mm-hmm. Former hustler, now turned rapper. He's in the industry, of course. I mean, he's dating Yandy, so why not?
Exactly.
So she has a little boy, Amir Harris. I think his last name is Harris. Don't correct me if I'm wrong.
Beautiful little boy. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely got Yandy's eyes.
Yes, he's gorgeous.
Definitely.
Those eyes are gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. So my entire take on them, I love Yandy. She's still about her business and about getting everything done. During the baby shower, Mandesis, her baby father, is like, I'm about to go to this party. He's so laid back. He's like not a 1-word man. He's a 2-word man.
Yeah.
So what's going on? About to go party.
Oh my
You're going to go party? We got to take these gifts back home.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, thought your dad was going to do that. What about your dad? Like, first of all, that's not her dad's baby. That's your baby, man. You need to be helping her pack a U-Haul truck at that. That's how much stuff she had.
Yes.
It was crazy. And then, so he goes to the party and everything else. Their entire situation is just, I don't know, he's just so laid back. But later on in the future episode, he is spitting fire. Like, he is like...
Going at him crazy. Going at him crazy.
He's the silent but deadly type.
Yeah.
You got to watch that one. Mm-hmm. Now, so congratulations to Yandy. I'm definitely going to watch it just to see what goes on between Yandy and her child. Her son, her newborn, is having some health difficulties.
Yeah,
some type of problem.
His kidneys. Yeah, they were like that if they were growing correctly or whatever.
Because he's so little.
Yeah, and they didn't want him to collapse. They were like, if they get to the point they're going to collapse or whatever, they have to do surgery and everything. And she's like really concerned about that because he's like small. He's like 7 pounds.
Oh,
you know, and he's newborn.
So I'm definitely gonna watch for that.
And it's really risky with those kind of surgeries and stuff like that too. Of course, with them being so small and being a newborn, like will they survive the surgery? And I'm not sure about the percentage and everything like that or whatever. But it's a very risky situation that they would be in.
Yeah. Okay. That's crazy. So my heart definitely goes out to Yandy. I'm definitely rooting and supporting Yandy in this episode.
Definitely.
And I broke this entire episode down into 3 situations: the Yandy situation, then you got Joe Budden situation, and then
Joe Buttons is a complete freaking. I'm not liking Joe Buttons. Joe Buttons is trying to start shit. We were talking about that earlier, guys. Like, he's really trying to start shit. I mean, like, and it's, like, ridiculous. I mean, truth on truth. I think that was actually a producer's idea, though.
Yeah. Is he the new Stevie J? And are they kind of going toward him and looking for him to be like the new Stevie J, the wild one with all the girls, all the partying, and everything else? Because first of all,
on the bus.
Yeah. First of all, him and Tahiri broke up 4 years ago. Girl, why are you on the show?
Yeah.
And, well, I know why she's on the show, because the rest of the cast is her friends, okay? You got the girl Winner, which she brings to an event. I didn't hear her say anything. Raki, which is a former friend of Tahiri, but decided to work with Joe Budden, and now they're beefing, but then Raki says, okay, well, we were beefing only when I started working with him. And Tahiri's like, well, that was then. I'm over that now. And Raki's like, well, that's when it started. So then Tahiri says, no, it started before that. So she was a fake friend before that, because she says, I just thought you never was original and you wasn't real with me. So you never really liked her anyway, Tahiri. But that's her friend that's on here. Not to mention you got Rashida Ali, which her claim to fame is she's a extravagant event planner and also a celebrity shoe stylist or consultant to the stars. Technically, she's unemployed, basically. So, who cares? So, that's her friends is pretty much the entire cast. Whatever. So, they're going at it in this whole... He goes to, what? He was celebrating his birthday party, a pool party.
Yeah, his pool party, whatever, at his house. 27th pool party.
Joe Budden, you're 33 years old,
yeah,
okay?
Definitely.
I just Googled your age. Like 32, 33. Come on now. You're not 27. So he was celebrating his 27th birthday again.
Yeah.
And so, okay, maybe with the people that were in his lives when he was 27.
Yeah, maybe something like that, because you're 33 now, buddy.
Yeah, plus since they've been broke up for 4 years, so okay, so whatever, I'll give that to you, Joe. But you're not 27.
No.
So
not hardly. Not with that gray in your freaking beard. You're probably older than that. Because who gets gray in their beard at 33?
And why?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, seriously.
Yeah, my brother's like 33 and he doesn't have gray hair in his beard.
No, not at all.
I think he's got one gray hair in his head, and if that.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. No.
Whatever. And not to mention this whole situation, which I think that the producer set up.
You know Little Mama? You know.
I know she's up there.
Yeah, she's freaking like, she's 40.
I heard she's really up there, because like when she did Super Sweet 16, it was Little Mama's birthday bash. They didn't want to say, and they still never said how old she is.
Yep.
She's just little, and she could pass. Good luck to you, Little Mama. Stop getting on stage with Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah, come on with all that.
Alicia Keys. Like,
that was so corny.
Please keep your seat.
What
okay.
was that about?
Next time, handcuff her to her chair when anybody gets on stage that's from New York.
Please.
So, Joe Budden is living with his current girlfriend right now, and then he brings his ex-girlfriend on this show.
That's so weird and ratchet.
Completely ratchet. Like, I think the producers are really trying to start a whole bunch of drama and make him completely even more relevant than what he actually is.
Right.
Whatever. I tried to look up his net worth. Only thing I could find was about his drug use. I'll get to that. But his net worth was just guesstimated by people. The most of up to 2.5 mil, and the least of a couple $100,000. Plus his assets. So, what do y'all think?
He's worth? I mean, I personally think that he's worth more than 2.5 million.
Maybe 5.
Yeah, somewhere around 5 or whatever, because they always bring the numbers down. They always bring the numbers down when it comes to that, just so they're for their privacy and stuff like that too. Yeah, but I think he's worth more than that. I think that house is worth like $2 million. So, you know what I mean? For the
it's New York, so probably,
You see what I'm saying?
New York. New York
very
is really
nice,
high.
Pool, everything, mansion, and he has cars, and he has this, and he has that. So he has to be worth well over 2.5 million.
Yeah, definitely. He might not have that in cash from what I've been hearing. Let me explain why. Because from what I got, a source from MTV, when he did the interview March 23rd, 2003. One of the interviewers, his name was Rashid. I'm not sure of his last name, but you can Google this. he did an interview with Joe, and Joe was stating that he said, "Okay, I'm an addict. Period. Like period. So what?" So this is why I'm realizing why Joe looks so bad, because Joe looks completely different than how he looked when he came out and when he was out with Busta and all of them and with Def Jam Records and all that. And he said, "I never did coke. I never did heroin." He was just like, "I did wet. He did weed, and he also did pills." And he also said, "And anything else that you say I did it." But
Wow.
he didn't do coke and heroin.
Okay,
so this is what aged him.
Well, you
like,
know what?
He looks
yeah,
really
exactly.
rough.
But I'm saying, like, at least he didn't do those two or whatever. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Because heroin is a crazy freaking daggone drug. Coke is a crazy freaking daggone drug. People die off of those drugs. People don't necessarily die off of angel dust, even though they do, because, you know, they get kind of, you know, excited.
Pills is really...
Pills you can die over and stuff like that or whatever.
Thing too,
That's Eminem's bracket, I think. Yeah. But, yeah, pills you can definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and he even, I don't know if that's his mother or what, probably his mother, because at his 27th birthday party on this episode, this woman with the blonde dreadlocks was there, and later on in the future episodes, he's talking to her, and he let her know that I relapsed not too long ago. What do you mean not too long ago? Like right after you actually got clean? Because he looks really rough. Like, you don't go from looking that good to that. I mean, he just looks rough. Like, he's aged like Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
So... enough about Joe. Y'all stay tuned and see what's going on with this. The other situation in Love and Hip Hop.
And let us know what you think about that. Do you think that he's starting stuff? Because I personally think he's starting stuff and it's like a little ridiculous. I mean, the fight and everything like that or whatever. Mm-hmm. He didn't have to play that. But I think
played Truth or Truth. Not Truth or Dare. Let's play Truth or Truth. How old are you?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not even. That's even too
stupid.
That's even too childish. Even if you were turning 27 again. That's like 5. That's like a 10-year-old's birthday party, Joe. Like,
it really is.
Your grandkid should be having that type of event.
But I didn't think
party.
that the girl, Rocky or whatever, I thought that she really handled herself like a freaking fool. She needed to really shut up.
Because they claimed they weren't messing around, but I really think they were. And then she cried.
Yeah.
She said she didn't mess around, but
I think that she was acting like a total freaking jerk. You know, I mean, you're at his house. I mean, but come on. Like, you have to have manners and things like that or whatever. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to just hold all this stuff in or whatever and say whatever because you're at somebody else's house and somebody else's
And
event.
all this drama is from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
No,
at that.
She stated to Joe when they were sitting on the couch chilling, talking about when Tahiri had knocked the table up and stuff, that, oh yeah, because, you know, I guess, she stated that she's celibate. And he's like, oh, I should have told her I'm celibate too. So they got some type of bond going on to where, you know, like, maybe let me tell her this. Mm-hmm. But she might be celibate now, but 4 years ago when they had all this situation, business endeavors going on, and she was friends with Tahiri, maybe she did mess around with him. Maybe. Because she felt as though, like, when he put her out of the party, that, you know, that she thought they were closer and better than that, and that she shed a tear. I don't cry if I get put out of a coworker's party. No. I'll see you at work, and I'll speak to you on lunch break.
Exactly.
Maybe. Maybe. I'll see you on lunch. Maybe we'll have, you know, our lunch together and eat our sandwiches.
Yeah, like somewhere in the future somewhere.
Yeah, after I'm over it. If you were wrong, if I was wrong, I'm going to apologize, but it is what it is. I'm not going to cry about it, you know, unless we were banging.
Exactly. I think there's a little something, something behind that. Something behind that.
Yeah, like, come on now, like, whatever. Then in situation 3 in this show, they got Olivia. Olivia, Rich Dollars, and old cokehead, allegedly, Erica Mena.
That girl is crazy, and she gets hype at the drop of a freaking dime.
Cocaine will do that to you.
And can fight.
She can.
See, that's the thing that I don't like, you know what I mean, or whatever. Like, at least get hype when you can freaking fight. Like Brooke on freaking Love and LA Basketball Wives or whatever. She can fight. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Brooke,
you know, but that was kind of like drawn or whatever. She was drawn with the whole Dre situation. We talked about that or whatever. But, like, this girl, Erica, cannot freaking fight. So why the hell are you so hype? I hate when people do that. It makes me want to punch them in their face.
Kimbella bloodied her eye. Kimbella bloodied her eye. And Kimbella's a girly girl. Like, not even a fighter. Like, you know, like, drinks got thrown. You know, it's just too much. Erica, I'm going to need for you to get a little bit of help. But then, wait.
Because she came right at freaking Kimbella. She came right at her.
Olivia was talking to whatchamacallit in this episode. And Olivia was saying that when Rich Dollars came in, Olivia was just like, well, first of all, Rich was just like, hey. You know, like, he looked a little on.
He did.
Little
And he
suspect.
He did.
So she's just like, I just want to make sure you cool, Olivia's telling Rich, because of this girl and her ratchetness.
Right.
I don't want to hear about y'all wilding out in the street. So Olivia's knowing something that we probably have touched bases on. Allegedly. Allegedly. It's just all the signs are adding up. Dash Miami, when Chloe found that vial of cocaine, and everybody called her a coke whore on Love and Hip Hop. They're seeing what's happening behind the scenes. This girl is wild. She's a firecracker. And this is why she, quote unquote, allegedly kicked her baby dad in the neck. Who's her baby dad?
Who?
I think
Hairs.
Oh, all right. He's from. Oh my goodness, from the Terror Squad.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Her baby dad is in the Terror Squad. We'll get back to you with this information next week on next week's episode.
Mm-hmm.
It is, yeah. It's one of those rappers from the Terror Squad. One of them known rappers with Remy Ma and all of them.
Right.
But yeah, so she's just a wild firecracker. And Olivia, she's getting too far into their business. She's telling him.
She really was.
She's telling him, you know, later on, she doesn't want to. She's not gonna mess up the brand by messing with her. She's not gonna mess up her image. Girl, you messed your image up years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
She's still got an image.
Exactly.
She does look great. Her hair.
Yeah, beautiful. But that's the only thing I've heard about her is this freaky show. And before then, I didn't even know. Like, you know, it was like Olivia's done, like, you know, whatever. But what's the girl, like, who's still kind of relevant? Ashanti. Ashanti is still kind of relevant. You know what I mean? You still hear about Ashanti and stuff like that or whatever. Like, when you say Ashanti is like, oh, yeah, you know what I mean, or whatever. She had so many hits. But, like, with Olivia, it's like she didn't have, like, a lot of... She only had hits with 50 Cent.
Oh,
so
now,
it's kind of like,
okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. On terms of whackness between Olivia and Ashanti, yeah. Ashanti has had, like, her first CD, her debut.
Crazy.
It was one of them, like...
It was crazy. She was really out there.
She had about 8 songs that was good and released the singles. Like, the first CD was hot. Like, she's got way more releases than you, Olivia. So, like, there's an image right there, like, your image. Mm-hmm. And that song, Happy, she had a lot of songs.
She definitely does. Like, Olivia, I mean, I'm not understanding, like, where she's coming from with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to mess up my brand. Like, what are you talking about?
She's just a candy shop girl. And she did the song Biz Ounce with Clive Davis. Like.
And I haven't even heard that shit.
That song, I'm about the Biz Ounce. And she was, like, just rapping. She was saying F all of everything. Like.
No.
That was the best thing she had going on.
Yeah, so I haven't, like, heard anything, like, beyond that or whatever like that or whatever for Olivia. So I'm like, you know what I mean, if your manager is telling you to do a song with somebody, like, so what? Just do a freaking song with them. She's like, I just don't understand that whole situation or whatever. Like,
yeah.